Hello, hello. Welcome back. Just here to give you guys some updates for the ongoing search of Tahaley Payton, a 22-year-old South Carolina woman who vanished during a trip to Charlotte, North Carolina on November 20th. So, her story has taken a lot of interesting twists and turns. I won't get into all of it today, but just know there's some more videos coming, and the more time goes on, the more is getting revealed. Now, her friends and family have shared several times that they don't believe the case has received enough attention from law enforcement and media. At one point in time, her sister even told a reporter, an independent news reporter, that the detectives stopped taking her calls. So, something that they've done this past weekend is conduct a search of their own. So previously, I reported that Tahaley was last seen around 3:55 p.m. at a Crumble cookie shop on November 20th. At Crumble, she used an employee's phone to contact her mother and her boyfriend, Setoby Armstrong. Now, following their search this past weekend, the family has shared a new timeline of events. Now, something I really want to reiterate here is that this is all alleged and according to the family. It has not been verified by police. So, according to family and friends, Tahaley went to an Arby's at 8:03 p.m. There, they alleged that witnesses shared that Tahaley appeared frantic. She was covered in grass and dirt and claimed that her boyfriend and another woman had jumped her. She alleged that she feared for her life and believed that they had weapons. She eventually left around 8:10 p.m., so a very, very short interaction. From there, friends and family shared that Tahaley walked into a Trader Joe's around 9:30 p.m., and they alleged that witnesses described her as still frantic. Now, 9:30 is an hour and a half after the initial Arby's incident, so it seems like if this is all true, Tahaley was definitely in fear for quite a bit of time. And it makes you question, why didn't she contact police, right? Like, why is she bouncing from business to business, reaching out to people, but not staying long enough for someone to call the police or anything like that? So we really don't have the answer to those questions right now. But through some digging of my own, I found another cryptic post from Tahaley's Facebook on November 19th. This was the day before she disappeared. So in this post, she wrote, "I'll be crazy, I'll be delusional, don't say anything to me." She also commented on that same post saying something along the lines of, "Congratulations, you had him, but now he's with me." So her page is public, but for some reason, you can't see who she is speaking to. And I get the impression that it was a disagreement with another woman over her boyfriend, Setoby. Now, we don't know if it's anything nefarious. It could just be that because she's now missing, this person deleted their comment because they don't want to be associated with anything that's going on. Now, let's talk about Setoby, okay? I'm not able to find too much on him, but from his Facebook page, you'd have no idea that the mother of his child is missing, okay? Instead, he's been going live repeatedly, disparaging Tahaley and her family. Some of the things he said were just foul. Like, that's something you say about your worst enemy, okay? He's talking about urinating on graves, things like that. So he insists that this situation is Tahaley's family's fault, claiming that they took way too long to go get her. He said that he made the decision to abandon her because, according to him, the alternative would have been him putting his hands on her, which is a situation he wanted to avoid. So imagine that you're in a relationship, right? Rather than just sitting in a car for an hour, maybe no more than 2 hours to take your girlfriend home and end a trip early, you have to abandon her because you don't want to put hands on her. What type of nonsense is that? Okay. But one thing I've noticed in his videos, Setoby often appears incoherent, okay? He's smoking marijuana and he's just ranting about random topics for hours, right? Nothing's cohesive, it's all over the place. And he's needed several videos to tell us all he's innocent, right? Like if you were innocent, you could just say it one time, we heard you, we're hearing it several times. Okay, right? What do we do with that information? But what I've noticed as well is he swings between putting on a tough demeanor and then he kind of goes the other way where it seems like he's having a mental breakdown, okay? So in one of his lives before his DUI arrest, he visited a cemetery and he's crying and he's talking about the situation. Um, and something his sister said is this is his personality. This is just kind of how he copes with things. So maybe that is what all of this is, okay? But from my perspective, watching these clips feels like I'm witnessing someone spiraling out of control. And something that I've noticed with this entire situation is you have a lot of young people who do not know how to communicate their feelings properly. They don't seem to know how to articulate themselves. And then when I see some of the parents also describing what's going on, they're also not good at articulating themselves, okay? It just feels like you have a lot of people who do not know how to handle their emotions, okay? Now, back to that DUI arrest. So we spoke about it in the last video, okay? He was driving, he was smoking while driving, he was rambling. At one point, it looks like he went to a gas station and just took a short nap or was just resting his eyes. It was very strange, okay? But towards the end of the video, you see police lights behind him, and instead of pulling over, he takes off, and he's eventually arrested and charged with the DUI. So, his mother then goes on Facebook Live a couple days later to defend her son, okay? His mother's name is Nikki. Now, Nikki's appearance and behavior was strange, okay? She looked unkempt, her hair was disheveled, she was smoking a cigarette, she's drinking beer while rambling incoherently. And on her Facebook page, it seems to suggest that they may have lost another family member recently, so perhaps she's just very overwhelmed with all of this, and it doesn't help that the internet thinks her son committed a very serious crime. But during her live, she blamed the internet for Setoby's DUI arrest, okay? She's failing to acknowledge his own actions to hold him accountable, like smoking marijuana while driving and leading police on a chase. The most shocking statement she said was that it's nothing new under the sun for a man to leave a woman stranded somewhere. She even goes on to tell us that she has been left several times by men almost as if it's a badge of honor. Now, she's right. Men leaving women, deserting them, that's nothing new, right? But this is the mother of your granddaughter, okay? All that to say, okay, the only thing I can really leave you all with is young women, you have to be careful who you associate with, okay? It's not enough to just vet the person you're dating. You also need to consider their family because the lack of empathy shown by Setoby and his mother is concerning. But it doesn't mean he's guilty. But again, any and everything that happens to Tahaley impacts Setoby's daughter and Nikki's granddaughter. This was a really quick update, but I remain hopeful that Tahaley will be found safe, and I'll continue to monitor the story and provide some updates as they come in. So if you appreciate the updates to this case, please like and subscribe and drop a comment down below with your thoughts. Also, if you go into the description box, you'll find some links and things like that. So thanks for watching.